with various different customers around digital learning platform and digital learning ecosystem. Some customers like global consulting firm, where we are doing work with them around training their resources and being able to create a digital engagement platform. A large manufacturing company. But for this piece, we'll use one of our marquee customers who are in a prestige beauty fashion brand, a very large, a Fortune 500 customer, growing very, very quickly as well. One of the prestigious brands also in terms of stocks that are growing very quickly in the whole ecosystem of fashion and beauty. They are a global company with upwards of 25 different brands, some of which have freestanding stores, some of the other ones are sold through other retailers, like very large retailers like Nordstrom, Macy's, Dillard's. All of these guys sell these products out. And then what they needed was to create an ecosystem that can go reach out to their own freestanding stores, as well as to their sales force that actually sits out of other retailers. So Shashank can talk a little bit more about the broader solution that we are building, as well as what we are trying to come up with in this particular prestige beauty brand.
Right. Thanks, Ashish. So we talked about the digital ecosystem, the learning ecosystem that we have created. We are talking also about how we are making technological advancements, providing cutting edge technology around this learning ecosystem, where the learners and the beauty advisors can use their own phones and iPads to really learn. They can do an offline learning, they can do learning on the go, and this has really reduced the amount of classroom learning that was happening earlier with the brand. The current numbers are that about 1/3 of the classroom sessions have been disabled, and people and the beauty advisors and learners are moving on to the digital platform. They are now consuming content there, learning and making a learning on that system rather than going classroom, which of course saves the company a lot of money, a lot of effort in flying down people from different geographies to specific areas to learn really. These are the solutions that we are providing. We are also trying to include AR, VR and chatbots in our ecosystem, where the learning can happen in a more immersive manner. The experience becomes native to people, and they find fun in learning and ensure that they keep coming back to the system and learn more. We also want to talk about how the processes have been. Arunima, if you can throw some more light on that.
So thanks, Shashank. So actually, yeah, like you correctly mentioned, this brand specifically is leveraging technology to its utmost. We are which means that the requirements gathering itself becomes a very intensive phase, right? So we have a well-defined process for that, where we use something called the discovery handbook. It's like a workbook. We hand it over to the brand to fill in, and it gives them like an overview, a more concrete picturization of what features they have requested at a very high level, and then we sit and drill down with them on every small feature that they capture within the workbook. This is then handed over to the development teams, who use this like their single source of truth when they have to actually implement, they have to actually actualize those features with implementation. And yes, I mean, in addition to technology, these brands also have very specific features, right? Where they try to involve more like a people involvement or incentivization features. So they want their learners, they want their employees who are scattered globally to engage more with this platform that they're offering to them. And so they have some features which are very specifically people oriented. And we try to capture all of that using the Discovery Workbook, and we follow an agile-based delivery model where all those features are then translated into, broken down into chunks, which are handed over to them in sprints. And actually, I think you can talk better about how we're doing this for the regions, right? Because regions, the audience for their regional ecosystem is very different from the global ecosystem that is being, the global platform that's being built for the learners specifically.
Right. So like Ashish actually talked about it, I captured a little bit, where because of the geographical differences, the markets that are across the globe, they have different needs. People in China would worry about volume selling. People in India would really worry about volume selling. On the other hand, China and Japan might have a lot of mobile penetration. They might not go to the desktops. On the other hand, North America regions might have a need for learning in how to be able to cross sell or upsell. So these are the different kinds of needs that the different geographies can have. The system is able to cater to those personalized and customized needs across these different geographies, and also be able to ensure that a system is scalable enough, or system is robust enough to handle all such scenarios. Less signals not available, data connectivity not available, signals not available, offline learning. These are the aspects that we are covering. So when we are going across regions, we pinpoint at what are these problems that we have to solve for, and then the system should be able to customize accordingly. That's how we have been looking at. And Ashish, if you can more broadly talk about the overall picture and how far we have gone ahead and come to that.
Sure, absolutely. Like as Arunam and Shashank also said, that what we're building is actually a platform, right? So what we're building is a homogeneous environment that is shared across various regions, across various brands, and then we're using that as a template, as a baseline, then to be able to erect, if you will, solutions that are very specific to either a product or a segment or a market sub-segment. And then on top of it, we are building layers of engagement, which means Alexa, or could mean an AR, VR through your phone camera, or it could mean a laptop or a mobile phone. So all of those are the layers of engagement. So what we're building is a full stack of technology that is modular. It's all built on open source technologies. So it is very cost effective for the customer, as well as then it is also built on various different best of the breed solutions that we are taking from the market and integrating them predominantly to keep this platform as open source platform and be able to accelerate time to market as well.